Sam Barber, now a leader of our community as a council member, has an illustrious career of a past City of Johnstown Codes officer, and of course, a coach for the Greater Johnstown School District's football team. Now, with that said, he has some insightful comments he made during a council meeting recently. Let's take a look at what he has to say.
But I want to dispel some rumors. I am not a social media person. You will not find me on social media. As far as Facebook, I have a page. I do not use it. Too many people with fake profiles and just too much craziness and this crab in a bucket mentality that we've somehow developed over the years of wanting to tear everybody down instead of trying to build each other up. And for us to build each other up in the community and bring our community back to where it was in our heyday, we have to stop this crab in a bucket mentality of pulling each other down. Whether you don't like this group or that group, so be it. Just let's work together.
I find it very interesting that someone like Sam Barber wants to come together now in unity to bring us all together instead of pulling each other down. When I was on council and part of the city government, Sam Barber, as one of the soldiers of the opposing views of the status quo, I being one of change, came to my property and tried to file code violations on me for things such as like a wood pile. Unsuccessfully he did that, but he made up all kind of things to come after me. But now we want to come together. So that's a very amusing take. He also sits on a council where the mayor called me a slumlord, not a real doctor. So I don't know if I don't feel very welcomed by that kind of speak. But if that means unity and that's not crab in a bucket, well. Or maybe perhaps they are the crabs in the bottom of the bucket pulling us down. That's how I see it. But that's Sam Barber. This is the man that, as a codes officer, says the codes are doing more than enough and that they have taken down enough blight. I think in person, face to face, he has told me that they've removed 700 properties or something of that nature, and praises Melissa Komar for all her work at the Redevelopment Authority. Oh, and of course, the Greater Johnstown School District, in his eyes, is one of the best school districts there is because all of his kids are going to college. Face to face is the things he says to me. I don't know. Well, let's look at some other rumors that Mr. Barber is going to dispel.
So one of the things, Mr. Capriardi, if real quick, true or false, codes. To file a code complaint, you do not have to go through city council or the manager's office. True or false? You can just file it through calling codes department, online, the whole nine, correct? Yes. Thank you, sir.
So for reference, this council meeting that I'm clipping Sam Barber from, it was May 13th. I'm going to show a clip from the May 6th city council workshop. Now, this person I'm going to be sharing is a representative from Laurel Codes. I don't remember their exact name, but it's the service that is hired by the city to help with the codes issue. And here we go.
Okay, I'm Elizabeth Schaefer. I'm Laurel Municipal Inspection Agency's Property Maintenance Administrator. I have been working there for 2 years now and doing property maintenance for 2 years. So I did do a workflow breakdown of how our process works for property maintenance, which is what is in front of you. So initially, to get our process started, we require a complaint form from the municipality, and it has to be signed by one of the council members or an employee there because we charge per case, $85 per case. So we don't accept complaints from residents. That's why we tell them to call the city and complain to them first. And then once the city gives us the complaint form, that's when we'll take it and then we'll do our inspections.
Did Sam Barber forget this happened? Does he not remember what was said by the representative from Laurel Municipal Codes, or is he purposely making it a confusing point by spreading misinformation? Or is this person lying? I don't know. I'd imagine this person's telling the truth and that they're trying to spread misinformation. But Laurel Municipal Codes, from as they say the horse's mouth, said they do not accept code complaints from citizens. It has to be signed off by a council member. Now Mr. Barber is going to dispel the rumors about the Housing Authority. Let's see what he has to say.
Mr. Arnone, because you are Housing Authority, Section 8 vouchers, they have been stopped, correct?
That's absolutely correct.
So this is where Mr. Barber poses the question to Mr. Arnone, who is the chairman of the Housing Authority, that if Section 8 has been stopped. Let me read a passage from the Housing Authority's website. It states, "The waiting list for Section 8 is currently closed, and we are not accepting new applications. We are not processing applications or issuing any vouchers due to a lack of appropriate funding. JJ has not issued vouchers to new families since March 2025. So, Section 8 in the city of Johnstown and the Johnstown Housing Authority has not been stopped. There is a lack of funding, and when that funding comes back, then they will continue processing the applications and they will open up their waiting list when it hits the appropriate numbers of people on that list. So they did not do anything miraculous. They have not changed any policies. They ran out of funding, and that comes from the top. It was not something that was done by the board or the city council.
In the last year, been
Yes,
a year
over
since.
year.
Does the city itself have any involvement in Section 8 or Public Housing Authority at all?
Not at all.
We don't control none of that, correct?
Absolutely not.
Thank you.
So the next question that was posed is, the city of Johnstown control Section 8 or the Housing Authority at all whatsoever? And Mr. Arnone says absolutely not. This is a lie. The city of Johnstown appoints all members of the Johnstown Housing Authority. The appointment to the Johnstown Housing Authority is done by the city council. That is direct oversight. So if the policies are not what the city council likes, then they should appoint people to change those. That is an absolute lie that they have nothing to do with it. The second point is the Johnstown City Council approves their 5-year plan, and in every single 5-year plan for since 15 at least that I've kept record of, the city of Johnstown City Council has asked for more low-income and subsidized housing. And why does it matter that the city of Johnstown asks for more subsidized housing? It matters because if we ever want to right-size the amount of public housing we have in the city of Johnstown, be it public housing or Section 8, when we go to HUD to get approval for a decrease, they're going to look at our consolidated plan and they're going to say the municipality has a demand for more because that is what was voted on and passed. It's very simple. You have to change our consolidated plan that we do not need more low income and subsidized housing. The city of Johnstown's not going to do that because they want that money to come in.
Sure. Chief Britton, last one. We are, at the end of this month, we'll be at full force, correct?
Yes, we have our last officer did take us at full capacity. He starts June 1st.
And that'll be the first time we've been at full force in quite a while? Okay. And to your knowledge, I understand numbers, but crime is down in the last, I understand we've had some issues lately, but our crime in it all over has been down recently?
Right, myself and
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. Thank you, Ms. Mayor.
So Mr. Barber says, I understand we've had some issues, but crime is down. Some issues. We've had more shootings than I think we've ever had in this brief period of time. And that's crime is down. I want to say it's disconnect, but I don't think it's actually disconnect. This is what a lot of the people in the city want, and obviously that's true because these are the people who win the elections. They tell this narrative of how great things are, and the people that are here, the people that are connected to these people, that's what they want to hear. The regular citizen's not connected and has a way out, they leave town. Because people like Sam Barber, our councilman, they want to paint this false narrative that this town is the greatest town ever. Everything is perfect and wonderful. And if it's not perfect, we're striving for perfection. In reality, things are falling apart, and they have been for a long time. But they're going to rose-colored glasses this and say, crime's down even though we've had some issues. Some issues. Multiple shootings, gangs, and drugs, and that's some issue. The greatest school district in the state, 700 buildings in our city is addressing blight. This is what wins. This is what you wanted. This is what you got. And you're going to get more because of this stupidity, the lies, or just the blindness to the truth, the willful blindness. I don't know what to say. And on that note, stay safe, Johnstown.